myself busy. I ran around in circles, think I made myself dizzy.
All right, everybody, we are back. Love Journal. Y'all know it's my journey of healing, relearning, and redefining love for myself. And today I wanted to do something that I haven't done in a while. It's a simple concept, but it's called a revamp episode. It's where I bring back an older topic just with a different person. Because, I mean, one conversation with one person isn't going to explain everything, right? So, first off, that topic is love and astrology. Love astrology, so why not? And then, second, my guest today is my technically former boss, who I am now her boss, technically.
Yes.
See, we just switching. That's how you do it. You just work with each other, you know? Um, but also just I'll keep it there because she's an amazing person. I will keep this going all day. The lovely Anne Burnett.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad to be here. And you know what? I love the exchange of creativity and I love
Yeah,
working under
yeah.
you as well. Thank you.
I same, same. That's why I can't wait to come back to opulence. But yeah, I wanted to do this. I thought one, it's kind of like kind of some promotion, some major promotion, because on one half, why I have you as a guest is because if you haven't heard yet, you will very soon because it's growing. But I dropped a digital magazine, Upsurge, and Amrod
Yes.
is a part of our team, and she handles our the Spirit Corner, which is our tarot and astrology area, like horoscopes and stuff.
Hmm.
So that was like perfect to have you to do that. And then the second reason is because I'm actually about to drop my next poetry book next month, which is called Sun Moon Rising. And it's
Ooh,
literally just poems from the different parts of myself, my sun, my moon, and my rising.
I love
Um,
that.
right. So it's like a double book thing, basically. Because motherfuckers need to read. Niggas need to read. Please read, y'all.
Yes. Yes.
um so yeah, and like I said, I thought that was perfect. And really quick, I forgot, but what is your sign?
I'm a Libra. I have a Pisces
Yeah.
moon
Yep.
and and
Yes.
I'm a rising Leo. So I'm very interesting. Very interesting.
Okay. Yeah. I knew the Libra part. Me and Libras are like this. Like the two signs that I always have just immediate. There's like a just right there. Libra and Scorpio. And I think it's because they're
Uh,
opposite me,
uh,
basically. Like we make a little
uh.
triangle. Oh, I know. It's the Scorpio niggas. Like it's
I agree because my daughter's a
Scorpio
Scorpio
men.
and she's the
Scorpio
sweetest.
women are outstanding. I love Scorpio women. And I mean, I have Scorpio men as some of my best friends. Like two of my closest friends are Scorpio men, and the other two are Scorpio women. So I am literally surrounded. But the relationship thing, like type situations I've had with Scorpio men they are just awful. Oh my god.
Same.
Because and
Same.
the way that they pull you in it's diabolical. It's like Scorpio men are demons if they haven't worked on themselves.
Oh yeah, they
Let's
can be
just
fake
say
as fuck.
that.
They can be
They are
extremely fake.
just, yeah. But they think
What you
they're so
start
fucking
off,
mysterious and they're not. Like
mm-mm. How they start off is not how they finish. Um, mm, I've been burned,
yeah.
not like actually burned. I mean,
Yeah.
but I've been hurt by a Scorpio.
Oh baby, my very first major heartbreak was a Scorpio, and I was like, I, I ain't dealing with none more you mother. And then I found myself dealing with a couple more after in life, but it
You
just
ain't learned
like
your
they just
lesson.
pull. They pull. The crazy thing is, it would just be immediate. Like I said, like the connection with me and Scorpios is like that. So it was like I would just immediately start fucking with them and be like, "Damn, I like this nigga. You a Scorpio? Fuck." So and it's like kind of too late. But yeah, like so like just to hop back on why I also chose this topic again, like I said, for the book and the magazine, but like I'm also at this place where I've been like getting into my rising sign more.
Mm.
I'm Capricorn rising, and I like
Ooh, I love me a Capricorn.
see so like I don't so I knew Taurus sun. I've been knowing that like my whole life, so that's something I really knew about. And in the past few years, I took some time to try to understand myself as a Libra moon. Like where does that kick in? And then I'm getting that, but then there's also these other parts that I'm like, huh, what is that? And I'm like, Capricorn rising. So I'm starting to understand it. But I think the biggest thing, just to take away from my top three, is that I am stubborn as shit.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
ain't want
lot
to
of
say that.
earth in there. There's a
I ain't
lot of
want to
earth
say
in
that.
there.
But you know what I
Yeah.
really like about like your moon? To me, it's all the nasty things about yourself you don't like to admit.
Mm,
Um,
okay.
ooh, me having that Pisces, sometimes it hurts because in real life, I would never fuck with a Pisces again. And I mean
Yeah.
that. Like I'm a stand on God. Like
Okay.
I'm, I'm
Period. Like that's
on
it.
business, big one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but I think also once you start working with real shadow work and start figuring out the things deep
Mm-hmm.
within yourself, once you get past that point, really anybody can fuck with anybody. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
hate to
I
hear
feel
those
that.
people like I would never. I say that, but if the right one came along and I'm in a good place,
Because I do feel
yeah,
like I'm probably gonna end up marrying a Scorpio, and I can't stand it.
just
I
accept it.
can't fucking stand it. I'm gonna go back and watch this episode. Like I cursed myself with this. I did this.
You spoke it.
I did, but like so like um, and I try to work on it because I know it. But yeah, I can be just as a Taurus alone. I can be very fucking stubborn.
Have you tried working
Like,
on that in general though? Like being
well,
more, like
yeah,
compromising more and being like, just I guess we gonna accept it.
yes, it came in through spirituality, like being able to learn to let go
Mm,
helps. Cause like I'm at a point where in my life now, like yeah, I'm stubborn in the way that I stand on business. If I say
mm.
it's something I want to do, or uh, have a goal in mind, or whatever the fuck, or I have a place I want to, whatever the fuck the case is. If it's goal related, there's nothing you can say or do. That's it. I said it, and I have no choice. I literally don't have a choice now, but to fucking do it. Like that's how my stubbornness has always worked. So it's like I also don't like, and it doesn't happen too often as I get older. But people count you out sometimes or try to.
Yeah.
So it also comes from some of that of just being like, okay, I'm gonna prove it to you now. Like now I have no choice. But like if it's change within reason, okay. All right, fuck it. Maybe. Why not? Why not? I'll let it
I'm
go.
I'm like that too because I'm very determined with things that I want to do. But I
Yeah.
learned at the end of the day, people gonna think what they want. As long as what I do I'm happy
Yeah.
with, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Um, and I had to learn that, especially with, the progress of opulence radio. I know if I go real serious and I go real hard the way I
Hmm.
want to in my mind continuously, there's no stopping my actual vision of how I see it to go. But
Yeah.
because life was lifing and I allowed other things to get in my way, I'm a lover and I put a lot of bullshit ahead. I put other people ahead of myself and what
Yeah.
I
I
wanted to
feel that.
do. It allowed me to like take a step back on my goals. So, fuck, maybe I need to take a sip of that Taurus juice. I don't know. Fuck everybody.
Listen, because I've definitely always like I've really like, I mean, obviously because I wrote the book, so I've really lately just been really heavily into my astrological self, and like I've
Hmm.
fallen in love with that Taurus because it has gotten me where I am. It's so I can kind of rely on those parts of myself that like, yeah, I'm fucking nuts sometimes, but for the most part, I'm a bull. Bulls,
Hmm.
we just like to graze. We like to be in our shit. Don't fuck with me because I like to be alone, kind of often. Not like in a bad way, but I just enjoy my time with myself. And it's like you
But
think of a bull and grazing.
you're supposed to though. I think that's actually a
Yeah,
very mature mindset to be in when you enjoy your own company because a lot of
I
people
fucking love
can't.
it. Like I fucking love it. Like I'm very social, so I do love to still talk to people and go out and hang out and all that. But like I need me time. I need
Mhm.
it. And like I've learned like one of the things that made me understand myself as a tourist deeper was like I don't necessarily like to be disturbed.
Mm.
Right? Like I like to just, again, you think about a bull, they want to graze in their space. This is my let me walk around, graze, lay down, whatever the fuck in my space. And it's like we just kind of like to be like that. So it's hard. That's why I know right now I don't need to be in a relationship because I'm heavily Taurian right now. I want to be. I don't want to be interrupted on what I'm doing or how I'm living. Um. So I guess my first question is like, how I don't even know how you say the word, but how librarian. I don't know.
Um,
Like,
I'm big. I'm big. I'm a big Libra.
mhm,
Big Libra energy. Ooh,
mm,
can speak for a
oh,
second.
yeah.
But yeah, I think the worst part about it is I don't like conflict at all. I don't want to do
Nope.
it. I want to be middle of the road. I want to be Switzerland all day, and you can't.
Nope.
And it made me laugh because I read something because it was like Libras were liars. We're not liars. It's just how I see the truth, okay? Um,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I
It's like
try to
I'm
dress
looking
it
for the
up.
words to make sure it don't sound. Yeah, I
Right.
get.
Like I would never tell like a dying person, like, yeah, girl, them lips crusty, you look ugly. I'm gonna talk about, your hair look good. I love your outfit. Did I
Right.
lie? No. But
But that's so. That's so funny because like so my mom and one of my closest friends um are Libras.
mhm,
And me and mom are like this, so that's my nigga. Like, and I've seen her Libra-ness come out, and it's so funny because she is both sides of that. If she is close to you, cares about you and loves you, she will give you the. She says some shit to me sometimes. I'm like, huh, do you love me? Are you sure? What the fuck? Like, but that is her love. Versus certain, if she don't really know you like that, she'll kind of take that time to be a little more kinder and whatever judgment or whatever she has for you. So it's like it's that scale thing of like she can be of the total fucking like say some like I just get like like she has literally even not even just to me, like I said, people that she care about, she would say some shit and you just be like, oh, okay,
yeah, you're right. My close ones, they get the real side of me.
yeah.
And I hate to say the real side of me, but
Yeah.
it can be no filter. But I try to be as neutral as possible. But I've learned that it hasn't really helped me in the form of business because I
Mm.
think, ugh, or I hate when people think we're friends and we're not friends when we are just
Yeah.
strictly this
Yeah.
is what it
I get.
is. Um, I'm very,
Yeah.
charismatic. I'm a finesser. People love my energy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I I hate sometimes how I'm
Yeah.
perceived because I think the version of I give off is not really how I am. So now we
Mm.
gotta find a middle ground.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that.
But I love being a Libra. I would never date one, but I love being a Libra.
So that's what I was gonna say. I think that kind of helps me, or why I guess I connect a bit is because I have a Libra moon. So like,
Mhm.
moon sign is like also you're like your emotional side,
Mhm.
and while as a Taurus, most people think I'm actually extremely nonchalant, which sometimes, most of the time, I kind of really don't give a fuck. I'm not one of those people who just I don't get phased by things for real. So
That's a
when
good
I
thing.
do, though, I am like completely like obsessed or like just completely like that is all I'm, like it really takes me over. So I think that's where the Libra part comes in because I do still have I don't show it. So while I
Mhm.
might be feeling, you might get snippets here and there or an idea, but like I'm not going to, and that's something I'm working on, especially with love. It's rare that I'll fully express that to you, but like I can be just insanely in love with you, and I might just be like, okay, hey, what's up? Like,
Oh
versus, oh my god,
no.
baby, I love you, and it's because I don't know. I think just even outside of astrology, there was a part of me that kind of struggled for a while with showing that because I don't want to give you too much and I look crazy. You ain't gonna make me look stupid, like
Right.
because I have before. So I think there's that part that's left over, but I know it definitely has something to do with those two halves of like insane emotions not showing anything.
I feel
I'm
you.
not affected.
I'm a recovering overlover, and I'm working on it. Because when I want you, like you get to
Mhm.
everything, like all
Yeah,
of me, and
yeah,
that's not healthy. That's not
no,
healthy.
no, no,
Um, so I'm working on that. Working on that.
yeah. And that kicks back to the Taurus part of me. Because we can be possessive. One, we don't like people in our don't. That's mine. That's my grass. Why you
Oh, so you
grazing
can
on my
never be in
grass?
poly?
Ironically, maybe at this age, like I know younger, probably. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta be in love with both of them. Like I don't know. I don't. Are all
Okay.
three? However the fuck.
Everybody.
But
We
we
want
can be
everybody.
right. But we can be possessive and we can be obsessive. And so I've been both of those at once where I felt like nigga, you're mine.
Hmm.
And I overcrowd the person. I'm like, okay, like let this like being able to acknowledge it now and see it now. I'm like, yeah, I can't do that again. That's not. I look back at some moments like, nigga, you were so in his face. Of course you got on his fucking nerves. You never gave him a second to miss
Oh,
you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
but that's a real thing. And I had to realize where that came from. Like this part that's like, this is mine. And I'm just like holding it, like, no, nobody get this is all me. That's
I
some
feel you.
Taurus bullshit. So like, so
That makes sense. My
okay.
best friend is a Taurus. She used to not like me to
Mm.
have other best friends, and like we had to have a
Oh,
conversation about it. Like, how dare you be friends with that bitch over there? I'm like,
that
I
is
like her
me. That
too.
was so me. That was so me. And but like I would jokingly say it, but there was also this part that was like
Oh, there be truth in them
kind
jokes.
of
We get it.
serious. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm like, ha ha ha. That ain't your best friend. I'm the number one. No, bitch, I'm really the number one. Don't you ever fucking act like I'm not. Like, that's
Oh,
yeah, that's and I so like that's the other part I guess of studying astrology, really paying attention to what the symbol is for each sign. You know what I'm saying? Scale. You're gonna get one side on the other, baby.
very
Whichever
true.
one is heavier, you know what I'm saying? Um and what was your moon? Your what was your moon again?
It's a Pisces. It's so
Yes.
gross.
So yes, because I
Um,
remember. Okay, yeah. The two
I
fish.
hate it.
The emotions when they go there, it's that's crazy because it's also like the Libra thing of like the two sides, it's two fish. Yeah, there's some depth in there.
Yeah, I'm very interesting. It's the thing that I realize when I be Piscean a lot.
Hmm.
Is I'm a people pleaser. To
Mm.
like, I hate it. I hate it, and I hate that I do it, and I don't realize I'm doing it until I'm already there, and then I think
Yeah,
it's
right.
like we're already doing it. Like I want to be the best
You
one
deep in the
ever.
people please, and you like, oh shit, I'm
I'm
doing
doing
it
it again.
again. Yeah, damn, and that along with the Libra not liking conflict is
Hmm.
like, wow.
Yep, I
So
be in a
that's
lot of
oh yeah,
situations.
yeah.
Yeah, I rode with somebody to Michigan one time, and I did not want to, but they asked me, and they told me like no one else could go with them. So it was like a bajillion hours later, I felt like I was being
Right.
held hostage, but I shouldn't have got in the car. But I
Like,
said, "Yeah,
oh yeah, why not? Sure, let's do
you
it.
asked me, and I
Right.
care about you, so I gotta say yeah."
Ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a double whammy. Ooh,
Horrible.
okay. Okay, I feel that. So like um what do you think is the event like well yeah, I guess the strength of some of your signs are the
Um,
moon. It can be the moon or whichever one you want to start with.
I think well, even though I said the Pisces part is gross
Mhm.
and disgusting, I think it really keys on me being more of an empath. I can feel for more
Mm.
people, and I'm very understanding with it.
Mm.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I be feeling some dumb situations that really don't make sense, but I can make
Yes.
it make sense. So,
Yeah.
and I
I like
think
that.
sometimes I hate to say it be lack of logic because I'm a very like I have a ton of common sense. But I
Mhm.
swear it'd be like, I'm gonna make this make sense because I care about you and you told me this what it was. So of
Yeah.
course you was, walking your fish and swimming with your dog. Of course we did that. Let's make it make sense.
Yeah. Damn, yeah, I love that because I think that with my Libra moon, because empath, like that helps with the empath part, like, and that shit has always been like crazy to me. Just being that sensitive. I learned recently that part of that are not probably not for everybody, but for most people that is a trauma response
Mm,
of having to
damn.
when you're a kid, you are forced to
Mhm.
read people's emotions without words because it might have been a volatile household or whatever the situation is. So now you have to pay attention to how emotions are going. And it was like, oh shit. But like also just even with my Libra moon, your Pisces moon, those are two very interesting placements. One because Pisces is the emotional like Pisces are just emotional. Like that's just
I
they
hate
feel
it.
it.
I hate it. I
And then
feel
your moon
like
is your emotion side. So it's just like
I
a
feel like I
quick
have
one,
too much
two.
emotion sometimes.
Yep.
Um, and but you know what? The empath thing, I think maybe the trauma might have made it a superpower because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
really easy for me to read a room. And I
Oh
feel
yeah.
like,
Which is an important fucking skill that some people do not have.
exactly,
But
exactly.
yes.
But also, I get people's tales very easily. Like I'm
Mm,
extremely observant.
hmm.
I notice things that a lot of people don't notice. Like someone like you meet a dude, he tell you he does this and makes X amount of dollars, but your shoes are dirty and not like regular dirty. Like I see
Nah,
the
nigga, like you've
glue.
wore those every day for a year and a half, 2 years. Like, wait a
Make it
minute.
make sense. Um But I mean,
Yeah,
some women don't notice that. And sometimes it's not the
yeah.
shoes, it's the laces on the shoes. He might have hit that with one of those magic erasers.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Ooh, those look nice, bitch.
take
He is lying to you.
yes. Or when just sometimes when people tell certain things, it's
Hmm.
like that doesn't make sense. Um,
Yeah, I pick
it's
up on that quick. Like, I don't always say anything, but I'm like, okay, cool.
right. Well,
Continue. Sure, why not?
if that's what you want to tell me, I'm not here to judge, you know?
No, no.
I want to like you for who you want me to believe you are. But it's I don't know. I view it as a superpower, even though that you're right, it
Mhm.
might be a trauma response. Eh.
I mean, honestly, I think it's both because it is still like you said, like you can read a room. Like
Mhm.
I can read a room. I can connect to people as an artist. That's one of the like that's like your biggest tool, the ability to connect. And I think when you are an empath, like I've been able to connect to people that I had no idea would have, you know what I'm saying, even connected with my work. So it was
Mhm.
like I started to understand that the more it's about connecting with yourself emotionally, and once you can recognize that, you can recognize it in other people. So it is a superpower because now I have all these emotions in myself. I can pick up on them anywhere else.
Yes.
um, yeah, definitely. I'll say for me, I mean, I'm going to completely agree with the moon sign thing because yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, my emotions can be wishy-washy sometimes. I'm definitely very fuck that nigga today. I can't believe I lost him tomorrow. Like
Yeah.
I have work on it, but but with the Taurus Sun thing, like I said, I've come to really appreciate the stubbornness because, like I said, if I say like and it might take years. It could take years, but if I say I'm gonna get it or I'm gonna do it or I want something, oh no, nigga, me and you gonna be together. Like I've pretty much gotten. They didn't stay, obviously, but I've pretty much gotten everything I said I wanted. Like
Right?
I've achieved a lot of things. Like I just that stubbornness is very determined. It's also ambition, I think. Um, and so I rely on that very heavily. Like if I say something, I'm like, all right, Taurus, I'm gonna need you to I'm gonna need that part to kick in. The part I'm learning, like I mentioned, is my rising sign, the Capricorn
Mhm.
shit. And I've started to it started to kick in with doing a magazine, right?
Mhm.
It started to make me look at myself and certain things differently, because at the end of the day, it is a business, and I'm looking into, different business type things. I was talking to Toy earlier. I'm like, girl, I appreciate all of y'all, because it's hard to get people to work on something that's not monetary in the beginning. So I appreciate every single one of y'all, and I'm gonna get y'all fucking paid. I'm gonna figure this shit out, and we gonna get paid. That's it. So it's like I'm looking at things differently. Like, damn, nigga, you are kind of becoming a brand. This is a business. You're like, it's still weird to say I am technically the boss of, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm
You
like,
know.
there's a different part of me kind of emerging. And I'm like, well, who the fuck is this? And I started to look into Capricorn rising, and so much of that matches. Is like, that ambition, the determination, the seriousness, because I do take this very serious. And it's just like, okay, all right, who is he? Let's figure him out. Let's dive into
I
this.
love that. I have a question though, because I
Mhm.
battle with this. I always have
Mhm.
imposter syndrome sometimes too.
Oh,
So I am the boss. This is what we're doing. We are building an empire, but at the same
yeah.
time, I feel like I'm SpongeBob in the back flipping patties, and Mr. Krabs is gonna come get me for not doing it fast enough or something. Like, it's, oh no, bitch, that's
Yeah.
you, Mr. Krabs. Like, it's it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing.
Yeah. Oh no, I get it completely. I think, because I get, even outside of the magazine, just everything, I get imposter syndrome of like, who do you think you are? That's like that's the voice in my head. Who do you think you are,
But
though?
you that
And I'm
nigga
like,
though.
but I
That's the
know who
thing.
I am. Yes, and that's what that's literally my like. And it's not like I don't have negative thoughts. And again, imposter syndrome. It was a lot worse when I was younger, and I would dwell on those thoughts and moments. But like now, I immediately shut it down. I'm like,
Mhm.
hey, nigga, shut up. You that nigga.
Right.
You on your shit. You know what you're doing. And I try to remind myself of the things that I've achieved up to that moment. So you did this, that. You can do this too. Like, add this on the list. Like, I just try to push that bitch out. But it definitely still comes up. But I think, again, being stubborn. Once I say it, it don't have no choice. um. So, and I guess I can see some of the Leo rising part too with you, but it's interesting though. It's because it's not like you don't have fire, but when I think of like fire signs, there's a bit more of an attitude almost. But I mean,
It's
maybe I just
it's
haven't seen
there.
that.
It's there.
Yeah.
I try to humble myself in these
Yeah.
situations. Um,
Yeah.
but I'm a little extra. Um, I've
Hey.
toned down a little bit as I've gotten older. I think just with momming, this sounds weird. I felt like
Mhm.
I had to humble myself to be a mom for some reason. I felt like,
Mm.
I had to be Martha Stewart, um, the mom from
I
Good
feel that. Okay.
Times, and Claire Huxtable at the same time. So like
Yeah.
figuring out my identity with that, but then still realizing like, bitch, you was Amron. Fuck all them other hoes. You gonna do it how you
Yeah.
gonna do it
Because
anyway.
you got to figure out how you do it. How you do it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but I think I was trying so hard to be different from how my mom raised me, but just realizing that I can take the good and the bad, because I didn't have a bad childhood. Let me throw that out there. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be like a super version of that instead of just accepting myself of
Mm.
how it is. I think in the next
Okay.
few months, she gonna be coming out. She coming back.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, but
Sometimes they
also
got to, you got to take a break for a little bit and recuperate.
right. But I think it's just getting back to things that I actually love. And also this is I guess a little bit more of the Pisces too with creativity. I
Hmm.
love to create. That
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
makes me happy. Being able to like even conversations like this. I love being on podcasts. I
Hmm.
love conversations. I love bringing people together and informing them on different things,
Yes.
especially dope
Yes.
ass shit that Black people are doing. Um, so
Man.
doing that more makes me feel good. So anytime that I can do it, it gives me like a little jolt of like I'm happy now. Um,
Hmm.
and I miss that. So again, thank you for having me on. But
Oh,
also
always. Always.
listeners, thank you for listening.
Yeah. Oh,
Because I'm able to
yes.
truly be myself, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that. Um, Yeah, fuck yeah. Real quick, how you have mentioned that because I just because I had two things. I definitely forgot the other one, but fuck it. It'll probably come back. But with you just mentioning thanking the listeners and stuff like that, it kind of tie you into a bit because if I didn't have that Taurus part of me, I probably wouldn't have kept doing this. Like I'm on a third season, and when I started doing it, I was getting like maybe one or two, if that, listens per week. Whereas now it's like maybe 40, 50. The most I've had in like a couple of days is like 70 recently. And I was just like, that's crazy because
Okay.
I don't even push it the way that I used to. I work as hard on the show the way I used to. And the attention has increased. So it's just like, huh. But I'm gonna keep going. Like I'm gonna keep going. One, because I'm beginning to see the benefit essentially both in my real life and just with the like I said, the listens and stuff, but also because I'm stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
I
And you ain't
said I'm
gonna give
doing a
up.
podcast, damn it, so I'm gonna keep doing it. And that's that motherfucking Taurus. um so okay, so what part, I guess, do you think, because I mean, I think all parts, now I haven't discovered it yet for the Capricorn, but I will assume. But what part do you think gives you the most trouble?
Most trouble.
Yeah, like the
Oh, the
one that probably
Pisces. The
caused.
Pisces all motherfucking all day.
Yeah.
Um, legit. When I get done with this, I have to do.
Mhm.
I told my friend I would write a paper for him. Do you know how long it's been since I've been in school? But
Girl,
there
you
at
better AI that shit.
I
AI
can't.
to change some words. There you go.
It's just one of those things. Like I will, because I love you and you need me. I'm
Mhm,
gonna be there for you regardless. I'm
mhm.
tired. It's been a long day. My back hurting. But I'm about to get up on this computer and type these 3 pages out because why the fuck not?
Okay, well, at least it's 3 pages.
That's it. That's it. And really,
Yeah,
I've
at
already done like
least.
1.5. So it's not too much
Okay,
longer.
okay, so okay, all right, I feel
But
that.
when I don't even know, I hear myself do it and be like, bitch, why you say yeah?
Why did you
Why did you
say
say
that?
yes? But I'm working on
Okay, I
learning
feel
to
that.
say no to like
Yeah.
preserve my energy because again, I can't pour from an empty cup. So I'm working on that as well, making better choices. And sometimes I don't have to
Hmm.
say yes, and people are still gonna love me. Like she's not gonna not talk to me if
That's
I
it.
don't do her homework. It ain't my class.
Yeah.
It's just yours.
Like,
So
I mean, and I guess so. I think that's why it comes in for you though, because unfortunately, there are people who are like that,
hmm
who would be like, "Oh, I haven't supposed to do my paper if I care." Like, I get it. I get why that part kicks in because you don't want to. That's the conflict too. Like, I don't want to deal with that shit. So I'm just go ahead. I'm gonna do it because there are motherfuckers who do shit like that.
but then
That will
like
just like
but
dismiss the fact that, oh, I have a life.
that part, but then it puts me in a position of I'm not taking care of myself. And as I explained earlier,
Mhm.
I've been in a lot of situations where I put so many other people before me, and not even important
Mhm.
people. Like dude from the gas station in front of me, don't have any money, car gets declined. How much is it? I got it. I
I
really
got
don't.
you, girl.
I don't know this person from a can of paint. And
Yeah.
then I get mad when they're not appreciative of it. Like when dude
I mean,
just
yeah,
said,
bitch, don't.
okay, I felt like, can't, what?
Nigga, what you mean? Okay,
Cancel that.
never
Run me
mind.
back. Run me back my
Yeah,
coins.
I feel that.
But I'm working on doing things not really for, also not doing things for people to love me. Because sometimes, even if I do
Oh, ooh,
everything for someone, that doesn't mean they're going to love you.
yeah.
Like gas station dude. All he said
Ooh,
was okay,
yeah.
not even a thank you. So
Like, excuse me, nigga. Okay.
I felt some type of way, but I had to learn to let that
All
go
right.
because I did that out the
Um,
kindness of my own heart. And if I'm doing it for the kindness of my own heart, I shouldn't expect you to be all over
anything
me.
back?
Right.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Um, so it's a lot. It's a journey.
Yeah. 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 I feel it. Uh. Yeah. I was gonna say, I think for me, the part that, and I struggle because I'm not as stubborn as I used to be, but I think it is actually my Libra moon. emotionally, I can
Oh,
be all over the place
yeah, it's
at
hard.
times. Like, like
It's
I can be extremely pissed off at someone and just totally like I love you so much and hold space for both. But because I'm holding space for both, I'm flip flopping. Just the scale is literally just today it's down
mhm.
here. Oh. It's even
It's
today. Nope.
hard.
Tomorrow it's like, like I think
Oh, that's
that
hard.
probably, yeah. Um, and again, that's also why I'm taking a break from dating because if I fall into you, and I'm working on it and learning myself and being real with myself, so I don't think that I would make some of the same mistakes, but I could find myself still being very like enamored, like that everything is about you, and
Mhm.
that's all my thoughts and shit. And it's like I don't have time for that right now. I got shit to do.
Right. I
I got
feel
shit
that.
to do. Get out my mind. No.
But I get
um.
worried about that because I'm getting
Mhm.
older and this sounds really crazy. So,
Yeah.
do you watch Thousand Pound Sisters? This is going to make sense in a second.
I mostly watch my 600 pound life, but I watch the 1,000 pound sister too. Sometimes I'll catch both at the same.
So,
Like,
Tammy got married last season, and I just want you to know I was crying, falling down the wall because how the fuck this bitch get married before me? Um,
listen, you never, man,
but
man.
you know what? She lost Caleb. May he rest in peace. And you know what, Tammy, you
Mhm.
deserve love too. It don't matter how big he
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
There's somebody for everybody.
It's
But
definitely you'd be
I
surprised.
also like I wasn't focused on dating. So
Hmm.
because I wasn't focused on dating, I wasn't focused on marriage. I was just outside.
Hmm.
That's what I was dealing with. So I'm trying to be intentional with things I want once I get back into dating. And I
Hmm.
understand that everything happens for a reason. So right now I need this break to focus on myself, to prepare myself for
Uh,
my future husband. Because he is coming, because I said
yes,
that's what we're
yes.
doing.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah,
it's okay.
yeah.
Tammy got hers first. It's all right. It's okay. I know bitches on their fourth, fifth marriage. It's okay. It's
It's
okay.
okay. That's like
Um,
that ain't how my story's supposed to go, but it's coming.
exactly. And I'm learning to
Yeah.
accept that. But it gets hard the older you get. Because I
Oh
was trying to
yeah.
figure out at one point, what is wrong with me? And it was like, bitch, was you really out here trying to be with these people? Like
Uh-huh.
4 niggas ago. If you would have got married, would you really have been happy?
That's yeah, yes. And I think it just because everybody's story is different, and I be thinking like, okay, yes, it would be so fucking nice. It would be so nice, but I know right now it's not for me. Like I think I've had that thought before too. Like if however many years ago, whichever nigga worked, would I have done some of the shit that I've done since then?
True.
Where would
You
I be if though? You know what I'm saying? Like,
we wouldn't be writing Upsurge. Maybe you might have been, I don't know, somewhere baking pies, doing something. We don't know.
like working at a plant back at home.
Oh, you'd have
Just
been so sad.
I
So
would have been
sad.
so. It's like I've learned, and this is even outside of astrology and everything, that rejection is truly redirection. Like
Mm-hmm.
when it don't work out, that literally means there's something else. And it sounds so cliche, but that shit is so fucking real. Like
Oh, and
it's
I'm stealing this from Moana because I just saw it. If y'all haven't seen Moana 2, you need to
eh,
see it. It's amazing. Um, there's always another way. Just
yeah,
because
yeah,
one door closes and there's a car in front of it and there's a fire and 1,000 people screaming, there's still
yeah.
another way to get around it. That's not the only way. So, and also even with astrology, I think sometimes people get so stuck on their placements, on not dating this
Hmm.
person, on I'm only like
Yeah.
this because I'm X, Y, and Z sign. They don't see the bigger picture. And that's the
Hmm.
best thing with astrology. It's a map, but you determine your course.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
there's the map of the US. You don't got to get on highway like Route 66. You can take that back 75, get on them back
Yeah.
roads and still find greatness and happiness, excuse me. Um but a lot
Shit,
of
I love some
people
greatness and happy, baby. Give me some greatness and happy.
yes, but it's not like we don't have to be stuck in this one
Yeah.
direction. It's an idea. It's an idea of
Hmm.
how things could be. So
And to
definitely,
try to represent that perfectly, because it's so many, you're not just a Taurus. Like I think people just think
Hmm.
small sometimes, and so they convince themselves that they have to be. Like I
Hmm.
recall, I've always done multiple things my whole life, and so it's got me great experience and done other things. But I've had people be like, "Well, you have to focus on one thing, or you have to just do this." No, why? Because you can't imagine doing multiple things. Because I can, I do it all the time,
Facts.
and I
And I
am great
think
at enjoying all of them.
Right, and I think that stunts people sometimes. Like, because
Oh yeah,
I'm a Taurus, I'm a stubborn and I can't get along with this. I gotta argue, I gotta do this. Like,
yeah.
there's so many other
You
traits
don't
within
have to.
yourself that you can bring out. Or, just because I'm a Libra, I be lying. I haven't lied since I've been on here, just throwing that out there.
Oh,
But
other Tauruses are lazy. We're not lazy. We actually have one of the best work ethics of the whole the whole shit of the whole zodiac.
mhm,
But if it's something that we just really don't want to do,
y'all ain't
we
gonna
are
do
gonna
it.
drag. We are either not gonna do it at all, or we're gonna drag the shit out of our feet. It's like, and then please don't tell us to do something that we were already gonna do, because now we're not gonna do it at all. And it's like you didn't have to tell me to do it. Now I'm not gonna do it.
Mm.
And like it's shit like that, I had to like you have to be conscious of those moments so that you can work on them. But it's like, yeah, like you said, it's you're more than just that.
But I have a question. Do you have a favorite zodiac sign outside yourself? Like, who's your go-to?
Yeah, my Libras. I
Really?
do love them. I do love
I
Libra.
feel
Like it's
I
just
feel like
I
we're
feel like
horrible.
Libras understand me the most, and it's
Okay.
probably because of the Libra moon. But like, yeah, that Libras first, and it's kind of funny. I guess half of that is you, so that makes sense to the connection.
Yay.
But it's Libra first, then my Scorpios, then my Pisces,
Mm,
and
mm,
then
mm,
after
mm.
that, Aries, and then Leos.
Ooh,
Yeah,
interesting.
that's like all of those signs are like mixed up, and where like all my closest friends and my family.
Okay,
Yeah. Like my
interesting.
aunt, one of my aunts is a fucking Scorpio, the other one is a Taurus. Like two of my dad and my oldest brother are Leos.
Okay,
My baby brother and one of my other older brothers are Aries. Like it's very there's a lot of very specific
Aries are
signs
normally
that I'm
fine.
surrounded by.
Like Aries men are normally
Yeah,
fun.
no. Yeah, my brothers are good. I can hold you up. They've
Okay,
always been
okay.
good. So and like um they have a fire. There's the fire with Aries. Like they remind me, but it can come off bad because both of them niggas be having anger issues. The younger one is a little calmer than the older one, but they both definitely got that passion. Like I know they don't play about me kind of thing. Like
Okay.
my little brother, he was like 4. He put a knife on a nigga for me. So like I know it's fire. Like they have a just a
He was ready.
my older brother don't play either. So it's just like I get that from them. Um but that kind of brings it back around too, because you actually had a great segue. But here's another one that works out too. What element do you think you connect with the most?
It's earth
Out of
signs.
either, yeah,
Yep.
us, yeah,
Yeah. Um, just because I don't know, they're my people. They're my people. I
yeah,
love me a Taurus, a Virgo, and a Capricorn. Ooh, I love a
yeah,
Capricorn. Like that's normally
yeah,
my go-to. Like if I meet you and
hey,
I already think you're attractive and I find out you're a Capricorn, oh,
yeah,
you're mine.
hey,
Hey Boom, if you're
okay,
listening.
right. Shout out, hey, yeah, I feel that. I would say, and what made me think about that is because I've learned recently I have a stellium. I
Mm,
have two, a Taurus stellium and a Capricorn stellium,
mm,
and it's both earth signs. And so I am extreme. And when I sat there and read that, I was like, oh, that explains my whole life. I've always been extreme. Like I'm very, very down to earth. Like
mm.
most, I think it's maybe, and it's not even a brag, but like I don't think I've ever really met maybe 2 people for real that like immediately just did not fuck with me, and it took them a second. But for the most part, people just like that are just like, oh, I've gotten so many just random motherfuckers like, oh my god, best friend. I'm like, I don't remember your name, like because of the way that people just can connect to me like that. Um, but also because of so much of that earth. Again, I looked and I was like, I've mentioned it a few times in the episode, but I need people to understand. I am extremely stubborn. This isn't like oh no, quick, cute little. No, I don't do this because like no, 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 no. I am the definite. Like my friends and my family will tell you, I do not. I'm not movable. That's it. But I've gotten better as I get older because again,
That's
like we
growth.
mentioned, you can't just always. Yeah, you can't just blame fucked up shit on something and just act like you don't have to work on it. If it affects other people, you need to work on it. But I mean, I still have it, but it's better. Um, but like knowing that, I'm like, damn, I have fucking basically 6 signs in the earth element. Like I don't really have a choice.
That's you.
Like,
I
go ahead.
think, but I really think I gravitate more to the earth signs just because
Mhm.
I'm a little flighty. I'm a little
Mm.
um and I
Yeah,
need people around me sometimes to keep me grounded, to be like, bitch, what the fuck are you
yeah,
doing? Um
yeah. That's
and it's
definitely me.
actually like all my best friends, like my oldest friend,
Mm,
my current, like the person I talk to the most right now, and then like my college best friend. I think they keep me together. Like
yeah.
if I know I'm doing some crazy shit, I reach out and they all confirm, like, bitch, get your life. What are you doing?
Get your
Um,
yeah, bitch. What are you doing?
I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know.
no idea.
I'm just here. I'm just here smiling. Um,
Yeah,
so y'all are needed. I love y'all actually. Y'all,
yeah.
there needs to be more of y'all.
Yes, yes, I agree. We are great. Like I have to be honest. I most of the tourists I've ever encountered, I love us. Like I yeah, we chill. We all we want to do is create our shit. Do our shit with our solo time, chill a little bit, eat some food, and relax in luxury.
Mhm. Nothing's wrong
We
with that.
like nice things, and I learned that is especially with my moon being a Libra. It both of those signs, the planet is Venus, and that's the planet
Mm,
of like beauty and luxury and shit. Like I've always had this part of me that is a little bougie. And I
there's
used to
nothing wrong
laugh and
with
say,
that.
I got this from my mama. But I stopped and I was like, no, I think this is me. I think this might be me. And it's not
But
like
you learned
I'm,
it from her though. She taught you well.
yeah, yeah. Because she a Libra. So yeah, of
Hmm.
course. Um, she was always definitely very like, and I think that is also Black moms too, a part of it. But she was always very like, nigga, you leaving this house, you better look, cause you gonna make me look bad. Cause
Yes.
like you go,
I legit just had that conversation with my child this
yeah,
morning. If you don't fix yourself, like,
you gonna make me look bad.
right, like you ain't being taken care of.
Yeah, yeah,
So I think, I don't know, that might be Black mom or me too, but it's
yeah. But then it's like all the examples are Libras, so I don't know, like, or at least both of those. So got some Libra in those. I don't know. Um, okay, let me see. What's a famous person that might have your sun sign that you might think kind of
um
represents you a bit?
so this is really weird because I know a lot of Libras
And
off
it could
the
be more
bat.
than one too. But yeah.
Yep. So Kim Kardashian is a Libra. So
Okay. 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 No, I mean like I can see the businesswoman whole ass. That makes sense.
yes, and she do the
Yeah.
luxury, and she's a little,
Yep.
sometimes we don't know. Um
Yeah.
Doja Cat is also a Libra.
Mm, the
Um
fun.
yes, yes, very fun.
Yeah.
And there is another one that I know off the top of my head, but I don't know what. I only know this because our birthdays, I think, are almost the same. Alicia
Mm.
Silverstone, I don't really know what she's doing now,
Hmm.
but
I feel like she's still acting. I feel like I saw her in something recently, but I
she
could be
was
totally wrong.
I think she was a mama in something, but I can't think of what it was.
No. Huh. Okay. Okay. So then, what's no, no, no. That was the other one. Reese for this moon. Not the other one. I'm terrible for that. But
I feel you on that though. I feel they kind of look alike.
yeah, yeah. So my three, mine's is kind of, but I think it represents the parts. Shakespeare is one of them.
Okay.
Um, just like the poet part of me, and my ability to write and just connect with people through that. I've read so much of his shit, and I'm just like, wow, like so much of it you can relate to now, and it helped remind me that words or poems are timeless, kind of thing.
Mm.
And I feel like he probably the same way I do, because I'm about to drop my fourth poetry book in 2 years, and like he was
Okay.
doing shit like that, like back to back. Just I can't stop writing. I literally can't stop. Um, the next one, and I think he represents the good, but also the bad of a Taurus, Chris
Okay.
Brown.
We gonna take it. We
Yeah,
gonna take it. But you know what?
I,
He's
it's,
he's
I
very
could be
creative.
that if I didn't work on myself.
Okay. You could
Like
be out here
I'm
beating
not fully
bitches.
that. I probably no. I mean, I would hope. I mean, well, at least it wouldn't be bitches, right? I mean, it'd be
Okay.
guys, but like, but, but no, I guess is that like possession and obsession kind of thing. I
Yeah, because he
definitely feel
wouldn't
like
let
that
Caruso
has
go.
been an issue. Yeah. Um, shit, barely Rihanna, like any of them. It take a
True.
while for me, like, all right, finally, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I feel like at my worst, unevolved could probably be close to that. But
Okay.
also, again, the good part of like the creation, like I think Chris Brown is actually probably one of the most, which is sad, on the other half, but it's probably one of the most creative artists that we have in the sense of the different shit that he does. You know what I'm saying? He's not
Yeah.
just a singer, he's a writer. He's not just a writer, he's a dancer. He's not just a dancer, he's a, artist and with his hand. Like so, and I'm like that. Um, and the last one I'm struggling slightly, but you know what? I think I'm gonna just go ahead and go with Adele.
Ooh.
Um, and it's because there's just this down to earthness about her,
Mm-hmm.
like,
I love her
and
openness.
that's yeah, and that's like the tourist thing. We are very open, but we know what to keep to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like as much shit as I share online, there's just as much that you motherfuckers do not know. um, and again, she just always felt very warm, and I don't know if that's like
I
there's
get
a
it.
part of me just thought about it, like, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll save it there. Yes.
Like I could see her being very like open. Like if we went to Adele's house, she wouldn't mind if we
Yeah.
went through her closet. She wouldn't be one of those weird people.
She's like, oh, what the hell are you doing? You have to look at this one first. Like, that
Right.
was probably a terrible accent, but
You did a good job.
you get. Thank you. I try. I've always practiced my accents. Um, so okay. So the last
I do
one
that too. I
is
didn't Me and my kid do that for like hours, and
oh,
like we speak in a British accent together, and I know it's not what
yep.
we're doing, but it's fun.
I do all kinds. I try and do African and Jamaican and British. I've been
Okay.
working on my Australian recently, but the only word I can get down is no. No. They say with a because they say it like with an R, so it's like no.
I hear it. I hear it.
I don't know. I don't know how to say any other words like that. So, but anyway.
Okay.
Okay. So last question: is there any signs that actually okay? Let me get two. One, are there any signs that run in your family?
Mm, yes. I never thought about it. We have a
Um,
ton of Sagittariuses, and it's
Interesting.
ugh,
Okay.
ugh, ugh.
So I am
They-
sick of this shit.
insane. They can be extremely lovable people, but extremely harsh and insane. Um,
Hmm.
a lot of people don't understand. To me, them and Geminis are very, very alike.
Oh yeah.
And people like to act like they're totally different. No, y'all Jekyll and Mr. Hyde too.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
calling y'all out because it's Sagittarius season right now. Y'all real, you can go which way or that way
Yeah.
real quick.
One of the
Um,
two.
but I have a ton of Sagittariuses, and happy birthday to all my family members coming up right now. Um,
Um,
that's all I got to say about that.
See, yeah, I feel that. The one that I have the most of, at least from off the top of my head, is Taurus, actually.
Ooh, so is
Because
you, is
outside of
y'all.
that, there's maybe one or two like mixes, but for the most part, Taurus. Yeah, some Taurus energy going on, or at least in my immediate family. Um,
Ooh, I have a sprinkle of cancers too. I have a sprinkle of them
mm.
too. And I love y'all, but y'all some emotional people.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So I guess so it's actually Aries and Taurus. That I'm thinking
Okay.
both.
Ooh, okay.
Um, fire and earth. Very like in April we all just just hot. In May everybody chilled out. We cool. We like, all right, y'all. It's our time. All we want to do is eat for real. That's it.
Right. That's a good way to celebrate.
Oh, listen. Eat and then do something fucking self-care for myself. I got my first facial this past year, and that will be my birthday every year from now on.
Okay.
That shit was amazing, and I got a massage. She massaged my hands, my arms, my shoulders. She's like, "Do you mind if I massage your feet while that mask dries?" I said, "Bitch, yes, go,
Okay.
please, please, go right
Is
ahead."
it, I would have asked, is that extra or is this included? Like,
Listen, like it was amazing. So yeah, definitely a Taurus when it comes to that. Like I fall in love with self care. I love a good mask. I do my skincare every day. Like anyway, so actually, this is the last one that came up. Um, is there anything about your chart or just your placements in general that you feel is just kind of like cool or special?
um, not really. I think what I learned, my moon placement, I think that explained a lot for me because it
Mm.
was like, oh, that's why you're so emotional. Um, that makes so much sense. But again, I think me being super emotional is my superpower. I'm able to relate well with people and read them well, but that's about it.
Okay. So I had learned something recently about mine, or I guess more so my signs. It was interesting because my biological dad is a Taurus, right?
Mhm.
My mom's a Libra. That's my sun and that's my moon. I
Mm.
was conceived during her season and born during his. And I was just like, And then to deepen it, your sun sign is representative of masculine energy, and your moon is representative of your feminine energy. And I was
Ooh.
just like, that is also, I don't know what it means, but I was like, that's cool as fuck. Like,
Oh,
it's very
that's that's
interesting.
you. Exactly you.
Yeah, that's exactly me. And it's like, I hadn't, like I mentioned my dad before, um, I grew up knowing one father who was a Leo. And now getting older, there's other parts that I'm starting to learn that I got from my Taurus dad. Oh, this is where this comes from. So I'm starting to like little relationship with him and stuff like that. But it was like, where does this part come from? What is this thing? Like, and I didn't know that my biological Taurus. So that's what made it so like mind blowing. Cause we talk real for real. So he's kind of he's at a certain age. So it was just like I was supposed to be born on his birthday.
Hmm.
And so it was just like, oh, this kind of cool. I feel like this means something. I don't know
Oh,
what,
that's gross.
but I
You're
think it
probably
means
celebrated.
something.
You're probably conceived near your mama's birthday. She had
Oh,
birthday
yeah,
sex.
literally. That is exactly. I was conceived. Her birthday was supposed to be born on his.
Oh, I hate thinking about that sometimes.
I've reached the point where now it doesn't. I don't just think about it. I'm not bothered. Like, I'm just like, okay.
Okay, I still am. My mom
Mama
only
gotta
had
have a
sex
life too.
twice.
Mama gotta have a life too. I try to make my business, girl. Anyway, no, as always, again, I totally appreciate you doing this with me.
Of course, I love coming on anytime.
Yes. It'll probably be Love Journal After Dark next. If you're down, I don't know. I think I want to do co-host.
Okay,
But I don't know. I don't. I'll figure that one out. Just so that I think that'll help me keep that show going if I had a co-host.
okay.
Because it's like I have to keep going, kind of thing. So I'm gonna consider that, and you could more than likely be one of those considerations.
Yeah, definitely let me know.
Of course, I got you, love. Before I let you go, uh, the spiel. Just let people know where to find you, follow you. If you want to do it in your amazingly professional voice, you totally can. But if you're just chilling, I get that too. Like,
Um, Well, now I feel like I have to. Definitely catch me on Opulence Radio 01 on Instagram. Also, if you guys are getting ready for the March to the Record Book, again, third annual March to the Record Book, we're going for the world record for the longest video podcast. This year, we're going for 52 hours starting MLK weekend that Saturday. Definitely tune in. It will be a live, epic event, and I hope everyone's there.
Yes. Y'all know y'all gonna catch me on there for a little bit, right quick. I might have to pop in and out, but we gonna
Not a problem.
do it. We are gonna do it. But yeah, I'll definitely hit you up, love. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for doing this. And yes. I not to be funny, I was gonna say, enjoy your paper, like not. I don't want it to sound condescending. I just thought myself like you might sound like a dick, but no,
It's
look,
okay.
really.
I'm gonna knock it out.
Knock it out. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Myself busy, I ran around in circles, think I made